Wait. I should have brought some artwork. What I'm saying, notice no delaying. Don't hesitate to motivate the crowd. I'm not playing. Seeing is believing. You catch my drift. I try to interact because I'm just too swift. I'm so swift and that's a natural fact. I'm like Zorro. Sorry, I just wanted to give it like a second to jump in. Hi, I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm here and I'm doing okay. I really am okay. I know it doesn't sound very good, but it's better than where I was. Okay? And I've been in most today, so don't worry. My skin isn't, oof, it's still bad, okay? I'm aware. So what's up? What's up? Turds, nerds, freaks, and geeks, and all that's in between. It's me, your girl, Daisydame. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I'm genuinely blessed to have you here. Don't forget, like, sub, hit the bell, and share because it's free, and we love free, right? Who doesn't love free? Tell me, which one of you does not like the free? So good to see you. Also, my other socials, if you didn't know, I'm on TikTok, and we're almost at 17K, just blowing me heart away, okay? Like, I can't even fathom. So I'm on there at modmaggieart. We're going to talk about colleenballinger and all this madness that's come out about her. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to give you my honest views on that. And by the way, this channel has memberships because this content is brought to you by amazing viewers like yourselves. I really, really appreciate it. You guys know that I'm always encouraging you to always do what is free first because it's free and it really means a lot. And when you clean a house and you do spring cleaning and you find your change in your sofa and you are able to maybe do like a membership for a month, awesome. You want to help 1 month and not the next, awesome. Any bit is amazing to me, so thank you. Just don't ever feel like obligated. I will continue to create regardless. I'm here for you regardless. Don't think that you have to like pay me or I'm out, okay? But it does help and it does allow me to do what I do, okay? And welcome to your very own deprogramming session. So I am going to talk about this whole Colleen thing. And for those of you who missed the stream yesterday, I am currently in New York, and so we've had an air advisory. I spoke about that and how it's just been tough. It's been tough to breathe. I've been staying inside because yesterday I went outside for just very little bits at a time, and it's no bueno. It's no bueno. It's no bueno. I felt like I didn't want to like even say how bad I felt because I felt like I don't know. People are gonna think I'm just being dramatic, but it's like no. I felt all kinds of horrible. Like I felt nauseous. I was like breaking out. It was just wild, and other people started talking about it and telling me their symptoms, and I was like, oh, thank God. Like, I'm not just, like, making it up in my head or making myself sicker somehow. I don't know. All right. But let's go on. So, I found Adam McIntyre the way many people did. That's another channel on YouTube. And I believe he's, like, what, 20 now? Or something like that. He's right around there. But he's grown now, okay? And when this video came out, he was yeah, not grown, okay? You get the point. But he was like a super big fan of Miranda Sings and Colleen Ballinger, things like that. And that's cool, right? Like, I just think of it like imagine being a kid and being able to meet your favorite person or like your inspiration, or just think about it that way. Because when we, myself and some subscribers, when we were growing up, it wasn't like you could reach out to your favorite influencer or a celebrity and be like, hi, this is who I am, like, let's talk. That didn't happen. There was this wall between, you know, famous people and everyday humble folks, right? And that's just the way it was. And maybe they did it on purpose so that it increases sales and it gives this false image and sense of reality of like, they're a good person. They're an amazing person. Look, they walk their dog just like everyone else. Remember all those? Just like everyone else. They go to the store just like everyone else. They use the toilet just like everyone else. And it's like, well, they're humans. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, but whatever, right? All right, so YouTube, we are getting this understanding that the youth were able to reach out to their favorite influencers and celebrities, and that's a big deal. That changed the whole dynamic, right? And within the last few years, many of us learned the term parasocial relationship because people couldn't stop it from blurting out their mouth holes. Just saying, it seemed like everybody was talking about it for a hot minute. Parasocial relationship. Well, what did you think would come of this stuff? Well, what did you think social media would do? I mean, they knew what it would do. They knew what it would do. Let me tell you, they knew, right? But now they're like, parasocial relationship, that's bad to have. Actually, in certain cases, it's a good thing to have. And in other cases, yeah, it can be bad. But let me go on, okay? Because you guys know when the whole internet learns a new word, it's just funny to me. It's funny to me when I just, educating ourselves. Awesome. Good. Awesome. Okay. So I just want to say this up front, like 6 minutes in up front. Okay. I think it's funny how he finally got the recognition that he deserves. And by he, I mean Adam. Because Colleen promised him over and over again, you're going to help me out. I'm going to give you a job. I'm going to employ you. You're doing so much for me. Da 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 da. Like, oh my goodness, getting all this help for free, all this free content. And she kept saying, like, you'll get clout, you'll get attention. Don't worry. People will know you because of me. And I guess she just never held up on that end of the bargain. She just treated him like an intern, which just basically means she didn't have to pay him, which she wasn't going to anyways, which is kind of sad. But listen, I just want to say that it's wonderful that he got the recognition that he deserves for the content that he came up with. And you have to think, she was literally just hitting 30 or so. Yeah, just around there, just around hitting 30. That's so weird to me. That's weird to me, y'all. That's weird to me, okay? But I wanted to say, I just think it's great that he got that recognition because he does deserve it. His channel is growing, and it does take strength to come out and talk about this. I know people are always like, oh, it's weak to show weakness, da-da-da-da, and to talk about things. Actually, it's strength. It's actually a good thing to be able to say, I'm vulnerable in this moment. I'm having a moment, right? I really do believe that. So just, again, imagine being 13, talking to the person that you idolized, right? Then they're responding and they're giving you attention. You would probably, you might shite a little bit. You might poop, okay? Just a bit. So Adam would have called himself chronically online at the time, but I don't think that that's correct. I think he's just a kid. He's just a kid, being online, right? So this whole dynamic is no bueno, okay? I have 10 nieces and nephews, and at no point am I asking them the questions that even Colleen is asking Adam, okay? Even my nieces and nephews that I could say, are you good? Are you mentally well? How are you? How you been? Right? Like, I would not be asking them. We'll get into it. Trust me. It's almost as bad as the festival thing, you guys. And that's what we'll call it. The festival thing. Because I can't even repeat that situation right now without, just stuttering and losing my whole line of thought. So let's not go there. It's like in that category of, oh my gosh, this is so bad that if you miss that stream, you really are gonna have to watch it. So bad, so bad. Like I knew things were bad out there, but just, oh golly, it's bad. Oh my goodness. I really pray though that God, like I pray to God that someone hires Adam and gives him the rest of the promises that he was made, like that they had made to him. I really do. I think that Adam was like 13, 14, 15 during this time. So we have to talk about power dynamics. One, she's an adult. Weird. Two, like, just don't, okay? And you guys know, I also teach children art and things like that. And at no point am I like, so how's your relationship? What's going on in your relationship? No. Not appropriate. Not appropriate. Child stuff, child. Not appropriate. Right? Just a thought. I'm just saying, like, even with my closeness to these people in my life, I would never feel comfortable saying certain things, asking certain things, behaving in certain ways. I couldn't fathom it. Like, the nerve. And being 30, good God, girl. Oh, Colleen. Oh, honey. Listen, I'm all about the whole never grow up mindset. I'm all about the whole you know, be young and free for life. But like, good golly, holy moly, you took that way too far. You Peter Pan that ish way too hard, right? Yeah, I do hope that he finds someone that fulfills the promises that they couldn't. So before we jump into even more of this just negativity and chaos, I do want to say again, thank you to Adam for making the videos he made, being willing to speak on it. And the first video he made, again, be very aware this was a child who knew better than a 30-year-old. Oh, what is wrong with the world today? That this was no bueno, right? You don't send someone your undies. You just don't. You just don't. Like, but especially a child. Just a thought, like, but okay. See, this is how crazy things are right now. The craziness. And I can't. I just have to tell you about it. Because what am I supposed to do? Sit with this in my head? I cannot. Okay. So I want to thank Adam for the viral moments that he created. I want to thank him for being an authentic person and a genuine person, because that's how he created content for the character that he loved. Again, imagine being young and your favorite person, celebrity, star, influencer, whatever it may be, hi Cal, is like, hey, do you want to work with me? You would be like, oh my goodness, yes indeedy. People who are my age still get tricked by celebrities or bamboozled or by hackers or whatever it may be. Like, they are still getting tricked and bamboozled, right? So, and there is still this power imbalance, but especially when it's a child. Okay, all right. And I just think Adam, they must be like an authentic person, because they created those viral moments for Miranda Sings, and that's amazing. Like, that's so impressive. At that age, they were already like knocking it out of the park. That's impressive. So just remember, YouTube created a space where you weren't just a fan of somebody anymore. You felt more like a friend. And that's that. One more time, parasocial relationship, the word that we all learned. It created a space where you do feel more like a friend. You have more interaction. You can comment. You can do these things, right? You can get a reaction from that person that you think is just the business, or maybe you don't like them at all. Maybe you think they're a little cow. I don't know. I don't know what you like to watch. Okay, so yeah, I heard more and more about this parasocial relationship, and people are like, oh, it's no bueno. But again, I think at times it can be. Like, for example, a healthy parasocial relationship could be when you're younger and you have a crush on a celebrity and you know that they're not obtainable. They're like, whatever, like, it's just not going to work out, right? So it's like okay to crush from afar. I truly believe that. So you can spare your heart from being ruined by the local boys in the school, right? And you can ensure that you are staying true to yourself and not just dating a boot, or, you know, wasting your time in relationships that do not serve you. Okay? Like, how about that? You could skip all that. How amazing. Like, I love that is like a very common thing now. People are just like, meh. Why would I just date a boot when, like, it would just make them miserable? Why? Okay. So yeah, again, even as a teacher of children and like having 10 nieces and nephews, some of these conversations are still conversations that I would never have with them as their aunt even. Like, no, 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 nope, 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 nope. That's for your parents, but listen. No. Colleen apparently was having very adult discussions, obviously, in group chats with these minis. And Adam wasn't the only one. So it's like, how many group chats with minis were you in? Because one is way too much. One is way too much. Like, one is way too much. Okay. There's another point I really want to bring up, because I know that some of our elder generations might think of this and be like, well, I don't know. Consider this. Back in the day, like, you know how I love the 50s and 60s. There was this aunt and uncle figure, right? And this didn't have to be a real aunt or uncle. It could be like the family's best friend, say like a parent friend or whatever, right? There was this relationship where an aunt or uncle could help take on that child and care for them and teach them and, you know, just be a guide in their life. Like it was an acceptable relationship to have, like as a guide, as a teacher. All right, like that's appropriate. That seems appropriate. Just as a teacher teaches children, nobody's thinking, "Oh my goodness, there's something horribly nefarious going on here." Okay, but when this comedian, y'all, they put comedian. Oh my god, this YouTuber. When their main jokes are about harming minis and inappropriate acts, like those together, foul ball, honey, foul ball. And Colleen, it's not just people being sensitive. It's not just sensitive times. I hate that. I don't hate anything, but I strongly dislike this view of it's just times are just actionism. No, people are just not so dumb. People are just not so cruel. People are just not so like, what sensitive times? Maybe don't joke about inappropriate things with children. That's like, should have always been a given. I don't know why this has to be explained. Apparently it does though. Are they so desperate for like interaction? That makes me feel sad. That makes me feel really sad for Colleen. Like, that they had to interact with minis for attention and for self-validation, dude. That's weird. That's weird, dude. Like, I don't know if you get that. That's gonna be like a big thing on my channel. That's weird, dude. It's a weird thing, dude. Like, what are you doing? It's weird. Whole lot of right there, okay, dude? Not cool. Not cool. Don't do it. Don't do it. Like, I'm how old in human years? Like, technically 34. So there's no way that you see me in a group chat with minis who are like subscribers of my channel, right? No, no, no. And the only thing I can even like somewhat like even go, well, is I'm on Twitch. So like a lot of my nieces and nephews are on Twitch. I game with them and their friends game with us. So like maybe like that's the closest thing I can get to understanding. But even that, it's like I'm not hanging out with them kids. I'm not like texting them on the weekend like, oh hey bestie, what are you wearing this weekend? Da 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 da. Like no, 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 no. But she did. But she did. Colleen, why are you texting children? It's so weird. People are so weird, y'all. And bless Adam's parents because I really feel like they did the right thing. I feel like they were really, and I don't know if enough people bring that up in their videos or like when talking about this in their streams, is his parents were on it. Like they saw a snake for a snake and they were like, Adam, that is a snake with many heads, and as many as we chop off, they keep growing. And her tentacles are like sharpening around you, and like, you know, it's just a terrible thing. And luckily he has, obviously they're like very doting parents, like they were willing to take him to these meet and greets like hours away. And in the US equivalents, during the US equivalents of finals, and you guys know finals week, that's serious stuff. You gotta study. There's no moment for anything but studying and getting ready for finals. Like you don't do anything else. You just literally study, study, study. So for him to be able to be like, okay, I'm going to your show, like 4 hours away, the parents took them, like they really, really went out of their way a lot for Colleen. They really gave them like years of content and support. And honestly, they're, believe it or not, a very emotionally mature person because they were literally giving them advice about like relationships and friendships. And this, you know, 13, 14, 15-year-old is really like serving some solid advice to a 30-year-old. It's like, Colleen, come on, man. You could have just checked into therapy, my guy. Like that could have done it for you. But you know, there's always next time, I guess. And who would have thought that, you know, Colleen coming out with a show with Trisha Paytas would cause all this to happen, huh? I'll tell you what, I think I did. I think I did. I think I saw it coming. Because once you see, like, first of all, Colleen and Trisha together, that's like the most amazing, worst thing that's about to happen. Like, that's the best, worst thing ever. Like, that could definitely cause something to happen across this platform that we have never seen before. Only equivalent to the most biggest baboom in the world, right? So I'm just waiting for that. I mean, I knew this would happen, but Colleen getting canceled again before Trisha, didn't prepare for that one. Didn't see that one coming. I do feel bad though. You shouldn't have been so desperate that you had to reach out to children. Like, don't you have siblings? What the heck? Does Colleen have siblings? Probably not. That's probably why. So, and okay, I'm gonna be real honest, brutally honest, because I know that hardcore Miranda Sings fans have already left. Right? Okay. I never liked Miranda Sings. I'm not gonna lie. Never liked the character. Didn't understand it. Never found it funny. Just didn't get it. But then again, I wasn't the target audience. At least I felt like I wasn't. If I was, it was very confusing to me to know. But I never liked the videos. I just thought it was annoying. And I don't know. I just never felt comfortable watching those. It's like Onision. I never watched. I never cared. I always thought it was too much or weird. Like, same with Shane Dawson. It always gave me this, like, meh, I don't like it. But do you know what it does? It really helps me appreciate the Jenna Marbles out there. The ones that do it right. Because it can be done, believe it or not. There are actual people on this platform who have morals, values, and authentic creations to give this world, right? And it really does. It makes me value those creators that much more. By the way, hit the like. It's free, and it really, really means a lot. So yeah, I just never liked Miranda Sings. I didn't like it. It felt weird to me. It was weird. I never knew if it was for kids or not. I didn't know who it was for because it was like, I don't know. I just felt like I was too old for it, I guess. So Adam wants to shy away from the fact a lot that he's a child, like, in this, okay? Like, there's a lot in his last two videos where he's, like, trying to, like, tiptoe around the fact that he was a kid. But, like, let me just tell you this. Do not tiptoe around that, okay? Do not tiptoe around that. You own it. You own that, because that's the truth. You were literally a child. So not only is there, like, the power dynamic of this big YouTuber reaching out to a fan, but there's this age dynamic as well, which is like a double whammy of like, oh, this person must know better. Oh, they are an adult, so they should know when not to cross the line, or when enough is enough, or too much, right? But Daisy was 2007, man. Really? Really? I just don't think, like, you would have known better then, just as you know now. And for people that try and say this stuff, come on. If it's really hurtful, if it's really offensive, you know you weren't caught saying that ish. You know you weren't saying that ish. And if you were saying that ish, that's on you, my guy. I don't know. She just always made me uncomfortable. The character made me uncomfortable. So the worst is that she literally asked this dude, okay, if he was, like, he wanted questions for a Q&A video. And I don't want to give you, like, every detail of what's going on because I want you to actually, like, go support that creator because he was promised so much. And he just did so much work. And I just respect that, dude. I worked from, like, 13. So I just appreciate that early, like, work ethic of, like, this is what I want to do with my life. He knew from an early age. Like, that's amazing. Hi, thank you for joining me. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Yeah. I just think that that's messed up. You should never ask, you know, the youth if anything about that kind of stuff. Anything about stuff that's inappropriate. Like, don't even let it leave your lips. Why? Why do people find that hard? Not to, like, do that. Why? I don't get it. Like, don't ask a child about any naughty anything. Like, I shouldn't have to go further than that, right? But they're saying this, they gave ideas for a Q&A video for a child. Again, remember, a child. Oh, it's always good to be here with you, too. You guys are so sweet. But, yeah, asked if they have done certain things, asked if they have been in certain relations, and asked how they... never mind. I can't even go there, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I've been through too much lately. The festival thing really messed me up, so, like... just know that she's asking really inappropriate things of a child. Don't do that, okay? Again, me, as an aunt with 10 nieces and nephews and working with children because I teach art. No, still. No, 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 no. None of that is appropriate. I wouldn't even talk to my nieces and nephews like that. No way. Nope. Nope. It's so weird to me, especially since they were like a creator. Ugh. So I think she knew that like working with Trisha would stir the pot. I think that's kind of what they were betting on, but I don't think they knew that it would get this like to this point. I really don't. I think she really felt like it was gonna be a one-off episode, and that's why she kept speaking about it like that. And it was kind of sad because Trisha seemed as though like it was like a podcast. It was like this big idea, and Colleen kept blowing it off like it was nothing. Trolling trolls is trolly, y'all. Trolly, truly trolly. Oh man, trolling trolls is truly trolly indeed. Because that's what was happening. I was like, what is this Inception chaos? Like, I am blown away. It's hilarious, though. It's hilarious that she was like, yeah, we're doing this podcast for one episode. I don't know if we'll ever do it again. And Trisha was like, we're best friends now. And everybody else was like, should we tell her? No. All right, fine. Don't tell her. It'll make for great content. Yeah. So, not to diagnose, you know, because I'm not going to do that. But it just seems like Colleen is always waiting for her chance to talk. Like, she doesn't care what anyone else has to say. She just wants to talk. She wants to be the one. Man, I just, like, maybe a book on etiquette is, like, really needed. You know? Like, I think people have just, like, lost all sense of that. Like, all sense of, like, class and decency and, like, values for the most part. They're like, social etiquette, what is that? Nobody knows. We're all weird because of the internet. We grew up with internet, so it makes us weird. It's just no excuse, okay? Just be a decent person. Shocker. It'll be on the news tonight. Oh, Daisydame says, be a decent person. The world goes well. She's offensive. She's crazy. She's out of this world. She cannot say these things. Okay, so she's constantly comparing herself to, which I hate. I don't want to keep saying I hate because I don't hate anything at all. I don't hate much at all. I just very much dislike when people are constantly comparing themselves to other people. It's like, do you want to be that person? No. Then why do you compare yourself? Like, I don't know. Sometimes siblings will have like sibling rivalries, and to me, this is like, I don't see any place for it. You're your own unique person, and you should be happy about that. You should be like proud about that. And if somebody has like qualities or traits that you aspire to be like, well then take the good and work on that, and maybe like baby step towards those goals rather than being like a very competitive, spiteful person. It's weird to me. It's just weird to me when these things happen. Like, I really believe that being competitive can be such a positive thing. I think that anger, it can be such a positive thing because these things create change. But people, they don't see this. They don't look at it like that no more. Yeah, I never really, again, dug the Miranda Sings thing. I just wasn't for it. Just wasn't for me. I think there was definitely a lot of crossing the line. You shouldn't compare yourself. Don't do that, okay? And if she does compare yourself to Shane Dawson, because that's about it. Boom, baby. Or maybe like James Charles. Okay? Compare yourself to them. Put yourself right in that, like, lol cow pile. Okay? If there was, like, this lol cow pile, okay? It's like Trisha, and then her, you know, Colleen, and then Shane Dawson, and then probably Jeffree Star, throw him in there. You know, these are all the lol cows of YouTube past that we can all point and giggle at together, right? Because I'm sorry, I'm trying to stop myself before I go AWOL and like too far. But you get the point. You get the gist. Just finish that off in your head because I can't. Let them be of YouTube past. The ghosts that still haunt us to this day. Listen, she recently started a podcast with Trisha. Again, she knows. And for someone who's always comparing herself, this is a nightmare. You and Trisha, this is going to be the most beautiful, unhealthy thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, again, thriving for the chaos, love it. Amazing, great for content, good for you. Like, oof. I just can only imagine where that will go. And again, don't get me wrong. I appreciate older YouTube and some of our favorite elder creators because they got us to this point. They carved a way of this a new work, like a new job essentially, like a new something to aspire to be. Like that's really something special. That's really something significant. And I don't want to belittle that, okay? And I do think that like certain creators are amazing. Certain creators, you just know. You just know, like, I'm not going to make a list right now. I just keep thinking Jenna Marbles first. And I do like PewDiePie too, so whatever. So Jenna Marbles, again, that's how you should strive to be. And the thing is like Colleen did strive to be like Jenna. They just suck at it because it's not true to their being, right? When you are acting in ways that are not true to your being, you look foolish. You look silly. You look like a foolish, silly person because it doesn't work. Like when you are putting on this show or this facade or this, I don't know, I guess masking in a way, people they'll feel it. It's not genuine to you. And they'll recognize something is off here. Like they might not know exactly what it is, but they'll be like something is off here. And that's how it feels with Miranda Sings and Colleen because it's like you make fun of your own subscribers and that's really gross. That's really gross. Like that's really gross. They made fun of their own subscribers and their own fans and like all these people that would support them that gave them the ability to get to where they are. That's sad. That's so sad. Like that's kind of, it's honestly, I pity them because what must they have gone through that they have to be so rude to other people? You know, what must Colleen have like endured, right? That she has to like be so, I don't know, angry or rude to others. Clearly they were not given enough hugs and that's sad, okay? Right, you feel it. You know. I do just get the vibes of the insecure and the sad, okay? And she does have children now, and they are all over the channel. And again, I wanted to bring up like that whole idea of aunt and uncle in times in like the 50s and 60s because it was a significant role. It was like something that people did and didn't think twice about and like didn't see it in any kind of bad way. But now it's like stranger danger, get away. Right? Like, what are you doing? Stop. And it should be, for goodness sake, obviously. Like, I'm saying it's okay that that thing has changed. Okay. So, I don't think that, obviously, Colleen is emotionally evolved at all. And that's unfortunate. But what can you say with a character like Miranda Sings? It kind of does put you in that place forever a child. Adam, I think the entire thing with Adam is just wild. I think that's so unfortunate. I think the fact that she sent him undies is like, it just blows my mind. It blows my mind that somebody would do that. And honestly, again, her and Trisha are kind of perfect for one another because who only knows what'll come of this. So, what do you guys think? How much of this did Colleen anticipate? Because I know they did some. Hi, Finny. Hi, baby. Finny's out there. Finny, baby. Fat boy came to visit. He's so sweet. Yeah, so she feeds off attention and children's souls. So I really wonder, what will she do now? You know? Like, what will she do now? And I really think that Colleen, if you ever, like, by some crazy odd chance see this little tiny bit, you were in the wrong. Like, you do still owe Adam. He worked for you for years. He gave you countless viral moments. The humor was on point for your character. He embodied Miranda when you couldn't. He carried Miranda when you gave up on her. He loved Miranda when you couldn't stand her. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? Who uses a child for like work, dude? Like, blows my mind, okay? And then calling them their bestie. Uh, it's weird. It's icky. I don't like it. Um, it's just so many levels of manipulation and so many levels of cruel and wrong that like again, I can only encourage therapy severely, like from the heart, because I don't want to see people canceled or, you know, pushed off the internet. I want to see people do better. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, I want people to thrive and flourish and meet their, what is it? Like their potential, their best potential. And maybe Miranda Sings was meant for more. But I have no idea what it was for. So yeah, she started this podcast with Trishel recently, and that is too kind of sad because again, she's comparing herself, her weight, the way she looks, her numbers, all this stuff, and it's not healthy. It's just not healthy. And some competition, a little happy, kind competition is healthy, but this that's not healthy. Like, it must suck to have to like hide who you are all the time. I really feel bad for people like that. It must really suck to feel like you can't be yourself. That on that alone, you cannot get what you're striving for, right? I feel bad about that. So don't get me wrong. Again, I appreciate the old days of YouTube, but I don't appreciate anything that came out of that. I think that she definitely was and has been always a Jenna Marbles wannabe, and it's like never quite could get there, right? Never quite could reach that potential. Like, if you could have put your ego aside. I know that's so hard for people these days because somehow, for whatever reason, they got these big old egos, and it's like, where did that come from? Who gave you that? Where'd you find that? Put that back. Put that back. Where'd you find that? How did that happen? Who gave this to you? That's how I feel, because it's like, how? How? Who told you? Okay, so I love Colleen and Trisha because they mirror each other, and that's hilarious to me. Two unhealthy people mirroring each other for content and soaking it up and just using one another. The American way, am I right? I know, I know. I agree. So, Colleen, again, you're grown. You should really apologize, like an actual apology, and like deal with it. They made fun of their own fans. Like, I can't. And as a mom, I really do believe that I would have done what Adam's parents did. I would have been right there being like, she's a snake. I don't like her. I would have. I would have. I would have been like, can we like strive to be like other artists that are less problematic? Others. Yeah, I also appreciate others who also went through this with Colleen are finally coming forward, because it seemed as though in the beginning, Adam didn't have as many people backing them up or by their side. It seemed like a lot of people turned on them. And imagine being a part of a friend group for like your whole childhood and then being like thrown from it, and then all your friends are like bullying you. It's earth-shattering for a teenager to have to go through those things. But no, Colleen wouldn't think that, right? Colleen doesn't care about anyone but themselves, obviously. You didn't care that you were using them children for content. You didn't care that you were hurting their feelings and ruining their life. Well, they were like doting over you and giving you their last cent. Ugh. It's sad. It's sad that it's like that. It just makes me, again, I can't say it enough, appreciate the Jenna Marbles. What do you guys think? Have you seen Miranda Sings? Do you know Colleen Ballinger? Have you followed her journey? I'm just curious. I don't like this. I don't like this. I really do believe that Adam deserves like a whole lot. I believe that he should be compensated for the content, especially the viral moments. Like, dude, he could have made like 10 grand altogether, genuinely, and should have. And if you have a channel and you're a creator, maybe don't use others for your work. Like, maybe don't have other people do all your content for you, down to your very tweets, and sending you the pictures to use. Because one of the biggest points of, like, argument of that whole ordeal was the whole Meghan Trainor tweet about coming out as a Meghan Trainor fan. And people were like, oh my goodness, Miranda Sings, how could you? This is so offensive, blah, blah, blah. And then Colleen couldn't even, like, she okayed it, right? You couldn't even stick to your cojones and say it with your chest. No, you had to back down and apologize like a freaking wimp. Like there's something to apologize for. I'm tired of this weakness. I can't handle it no more. Everybody's so dang weak. Like, stop apologizing all the time. What are you apologizing for? Sorry for existing. Sorry. So sorry. Ugh. Don't do it. And I know that Adam knows better now. I know that he's learned his lesson, and thank the Lord for that. And it sucks it had to be in such a way. It really does. I feel like Colleen is using Trisha just as she did everyone else. And for Adam to continue from the very first video to keep making content, it just shows his strength every day, every time, every upload. It shows that he's more emotionally mature and clever than this 30-something. Oh my God, she's almost 40. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen, again, I understand that we want to be young for life and live life free and wild and all that, but can you adult? Like, when you're expected to please, at least, can you please adult? Please. Adults, we need you to adult. Thank you. The end. Ugh. And also, don't have weird relationships with strangers, kids, okay? Like, if they're not, like, your nieces or nephews, if they're not friends with them or, like, you know, somehow related to you, don't, okay? That, I know it's a given, but people like Colleen clearly don't know that that's a given, okay? Colleen, find some friends your own age. And that's probably the problem, is that she couldn't find friends her own age because she's too immature. She probably ruins all her friendships, burns those bridges, pees on them, and just runs. Beat the tea. Was it me? She'll never, ever be to blame. Ever. But when she's the one that's there, left by herself every time, you might want to start to recognize that you might be the problem. And it is okay. It's okay. Growth is so beautiful. To mature and, like, just, you have the opportunity to be better and to prove yourself online. That would be, like, fantastic. That would be, like, right? Such an amazing thing. But people, they don't have the patience or the willingness or the drive at all anymore because the air is toxic and no one gives a poop. I'm wearing my cyberpunk outfit and I have this on in case I have to go anywhere because the air is still toxic today, but it's not as bad, just so you guys know. Please hit the like, it's free. I put on all my apocalypse clothing because I was like, if it's orange skies out there, we're going all the way. I'm going to put on my plague doctor mask. Y'all, at least we're having fun, right? At least we can have fun about these dark topics because, oh my goodness, how would we deal with this otherwise? I really don't know. I just want to say one more time, Adam, like, you are amazing, dude. Like, you're a good dude. You're a really good dude. And it's just been amazing to see that strength. And I know that it's still probably really, really hard for them. Ugh. Like, it literally probably really upsets them to have to go over these situations again. And to hear other people speak about their circumstance. I couldn't imagine. And that's honestly why I don't want to go over every point here. I want you to go check out their channel and check out their videos about it because we got to stop this. It's got to stop, you guys. Eventually, somehow, we're going to make waves, okay? Like, I might be a pebble in a really big pool, but those ripple effects, it happens. And I'm not one to just shush about something or quiet down or hold my peace. No. That's not how we change things. That's not how we make a difference. And I want to make a difference in this world for the better, for our youth and our elders, because nobody seems to respect either anymore, which is really sad. But thank you for joining me. Thanks for hanging out with me. The air is a bit better today. But again, like I said, it's due to get worse over the next 2 days. So I'll keep you guys posted because I am in the thick of it. People keep asking, they're like, aren't you there? Like, aren't you in that area? I'm like, yep, right in the thick of it. Like, I can tell you, it's pretty sucky. It's pretty bad. So, yeah, don't forget, do all that is free because, listen, I could use it, okay? It was a very sad week, a very hard week. And the likes, it really helps the videos get out there, the message get out there, and it'll cheer me up a bit. Okay? And it's free and it's like a compromise. We all win. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, I do have memberships and that helps me continue to create the content. No pressure. But again, if you ever find like a couple quarters in your sofa, that's when you donate. That's when you do all that stuff, okay? So stay awake, stay awake, stay well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to let you know. I'm gonna sign up for a few more art events, but I can't talk about the rest of that yet. And my son is the most amazing person ever because he keeps pushing me to do the gallery and to really take my gallery back and to fight. And I'm just like, okay, let's do it. We're getting the gallery back. Don't celebrate yet, okay? It's not the same gallery. I'm looking at a couple different spots. I'm really hoping though. And all the children are like, you really need your gallery back. And I was like, I know, right? Like, seriously. Like my nieces and nephews are like, yeah, you do. So I'm working on that. I'm working on a lot of things. One of my like closest friends is moving nearby soon. And I'm so excited for that because I think that that will really help the podcast idea finally like take off. That will be so exciting. And yeah, there's no other secrets that I can spoil right now. I think that was all of them. But if I think of any more, I'll definitely let you guys know. Let me know how you're doing down below. Are you on the East Coast? Have you been sucking up the toxic air? Are you doing okay? Let me know about your lungs. Thank you again for hanging out with me. You guys are so precious. Genuinely. Like, you make my heart sing. I'm just very fortunate and blessed. Like, I really do feel blessed all the time. And I don't know. I just know that all of this is worth it. It's worth it. And we're going to keep doing this because it matters. Okay? Okay, I'm going to go now. Love you so much. Bye.